Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Thursday, September 7th, 2023. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my $19 rundown best bet, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Alrighty, let's get into it. Here are the games for Thursday in Major League Baseball. First up, the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. No official starter for LA, but we should see Braxton Garrett for the Fish. You know, Braxton Garrett's one of the only starters in this Marlins rotation that actually pitches better on the road than at Lone Depot Park, which is considered a pitcher-friendly ballpark. But Garrett's got a 4.94 ERA and 71 innings at home this year. Has a tough matchup against the Dodgers team we know has hit lefties very well this season and in the last 30 days. I think the Dodgers win this game. You know, if this is more of a bullpen game for LA, even though it wasn't great in that Braves series, it's been strong overall this season and in the last month. Give me the Dodgers on the money line. Next up, we see the Seattle Mariners taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Luis Castillo and Zach Littell are your starters. You know, Luis Castillo's last start was on the road against the New York Mets. He struggled in that game, gave up 5 runs and 2 home runs, 8 base hits to go with it, in only 5 innings of work, and an 8-7 Mariners win. The offense backed him up. And when you look at both of these teams in the last 30 days offensively, both top 3 in OPS against righties, both in the top 5 in isolated power against righties. Littell also struggled his last game. He's also not just in general not been in great form for Tampa Bay. Gave up 4 runs against the Yankees, 4 runs against the Rockies, and then 4 more against the Guardians, 3 losing teams. So I'm going to take the over here in Seattle, Tampa Bay with the lean towards the Mariners on the money line. Next up, we see the Detroit Tigers taking on the New York Yankees. Eduardo Rodriguez and Carlos Rodon are your starters. You know, give me the over in this game as well. We're at a hitter-friendly ballpark. Rodriguez has been sharp this season, but he has a tough matchup here against the Yankees team that is number 4 in baseball in team OPS and number 1 in isolated power against lefties in the last month. Rodon has struggled this season with an ERA just below 6 on the year. A lot of sharp contact, a lot of home runs, at least one in his last 5 starts. The control's been bad. He hasn't been able to pitch deep into ball games. So even though the Tigers are not a great offensive team against lefties, I still think they get to Rodon for a few runs early in this game. This total set way too low. Give me the over here at Yankee Stadium. Next up, we see the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Atlanta Braves. Max Fried and Adam Wainwright are your projected starters. To me, this is a pitching mismatch, and we know the Braves are huge favorites here, but I think for good reason. I mean, Wainwright's got an ERA above 8 overall this season and an 8.67 on the road. You know, his last start was actually pretty decent against the Padres, 6 innings of work, only 1 run, but you're facing one of the tougher laps in baseball against righties this year, probably the toughest lap against a right-handed starter this season in Atlanta. And Max Fried's been solid for the Braves. The Cardinals' numbers against lefties have not been great offensively in the last month. I think this is a mismatch. Give me the Atlanta Braves laying the 1.5 runs. Next up, we see the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Chicago Cubs. We're going to see no official starter for Arizona right now, but we should see Javier Assad for the Cubbies. And Assad's pitching really well. You know, over the beginning of the season, for most of the season, he was in the bullpen for Chicago, but he's moved to the starting pitching role. And in his last 5 games, all starts for him, 2 earned runs or fewer in all those games. The Cubs are 4-1 in those ball games. Good strikeout numbers, good control, no home runs given up his last 2 starts. I think he's good enough here. You know, if this is a bullpen game for Arizona, we know this Diamondbacks bullpen's not been great in the second half of the season, ERA-wise or expected number-wise. Give me the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field on the money line. And your final game for Thursday's card in Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Cal Quantrill and Griffin Canning are your starters. You know, Cal Quantrill's first start back was very solid, and it was a quality start for him on paper. 6 innings, 2 runs against a tough lineup in the Tampa Bay Rays, but that was at Progressive Field. Now you're going on the road against an Angels team that's been disappointing, but has still been solid against right-handed pitchers in the last month. And facing Griffin Canning, who's in really good form for LA, one of the better starting pitchers in this rotation as of late. His last game, Canning went 6 innings, 2 runs. Before that, 7 innings, 1 run. So quality starts, missing bats. You know, his control's been a lot better as well. Only 3 walks for Canning in his last 5 starts combined. To me, I think Canning is the better option in the first half of this game. So I'm going to take the Angels in the first 5 innings on the money line. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. But don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comments section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.